Federal judge has blocked the Biden administration's attempt to rewrite Title IX to redefine sex as gender identity. The rewrite would have allowed biological males to compete in women's sports and even use women's spaces like locker rooms and restrooms. This ruling comes just months after the Supreme Court rejected the administration's emergency request to enforce portions of a new rule that would have included protections from discrimination for transgender students. Well, the government made the argument men joining women's sports wouldn't be affected by the rewrite. Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrell disagreed.
It would be impossible for them to deny the entire construct that they've recreated for Title IX and somehow say that wouldn't also apply to locker rooms and girls' sports.
Kristen Wagner with the Alliance Defending Freedom called it a colossal win for women and girls. And joining us now is senior counsel at Alliance Defending Freedom, Erik Baptist. Erik, welcome back to Victory News.
Thank you for having me.
Erik, a big decision on the Biden administration's attempt to rewrite Title IX and change the meaning of sex. Alliance Defending Freedom's attorneys represented a female athlete and the Christian Educators Association International in the lawsuit alongside the state of Tennessee. Can you tell us more about this decision?
It was a great decision yesterday. It was a great day for women and women's sports in particular, because what the Biden administration tried to do was turn Title IX on its head. Instead of protecting women and recognizing biological differences between men and women, the Biden administration was trying to force men into women's sports and men into women's personal spaces such as locker rooms, bathrooms, and other places where they're not supposed to be. And so what happened yesterday was the court finally recognized that what the Biden administration did was unlawful 6 ways from Sunday.
Last month, the U.S. Supreme Court agreed to hear a case that could decide whether pro-life states like South Carolina can direct Medicaid funds away from abortion providers like Planned Parenthood. How did ADF play an important role in this?
Well, we come along states quite often, and that's what we did here. After the South Carolina lost in the district court, we came on board to help on the appeals. And so we have come alongside with South Carolina because the state should have a right to determine whether its funds should go to abortion providers such as Planned Parenthood.
Now, about 3 weeks ago, your colleague, ADF Vice President Aaron Hawley, testified before Congress regarding what's called the FACE Act and how it's been used improperly. What did she share on Capitol Hill?
She highlighted how the Biden DOJ has weaponized the FACE Act against pro-life, peaceful protesters outside of abortion clinics. And what they have gone after are people who have survived Soviet Union concentration camps, women in wheelchairs praying inside an abortion facility, and try to prosecute them and put them into prison. And so what she highlighted was the unequal application of this law, because after the Dobbs decisions, upwards of 100 pro-life pregnancy centers have been targeted by vandals and been incinerated by fire bombings. And the Biden administration, the DOJ, have not prosecuted those vandals, but have gone against peaceful protesters outside of abortion clinics.
You know, Erik, the March for Life is coming up this month, possibly the most important annual gathering of pro-life supporters. Has the fight for the life of the unborn improved since the overturning of Roe v. Wade?
We're still benefiting from that decision. Returning the issue back to the people and their elected officials was a great decision in the Dobbs decision and getting rid of Roe v. Wade. So we have benefited from it. We're now allowed to have that conversation within the states and within the governments to protect unborn life and, frankly, women from the dangers of abortion.
You know, Erik, as a lawyer, what you do from your perspective there is incredible. As a lawyer, how does it make you feel to fight for people like this?
It's a great feeling. It's a personal satisfaction and a professional satisfaction to defend the defenseless, the unborn children, and to fight for true women's health here and really come alongside women in unplanned pregnancies. So it's an honor and a privilege to be working here at ADF and defending unborn life.
For more information on Alliance Defending Freedom, visit them at adflegal.org. Counselor, great to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Sure.